Chapel? Wait, I don't remember where the hell I am, actually. What key items do I have? That might give me a little hint. Bottle of acid. Mask and Daniel's arm. I think this is the room where I fought that ridiculous boss. Is that a door? I have no idea what any of this stuff is. This doesn't look familiar to me whatsoever. It's the worst thing about playing an RPG and coming back to it, and you're like, oh god, what was I doing again? Nice. Very nice damage numbers. Nice. One hit kill. I don't think bullets are going to do well right now, so let's just magic it up. Wait, what? And she's silenced. Cool shit. Let's just smack him with the mace. How about that? There you go. There we go, over 2,000 HP. Got Rod and Claws. Choose one item to throw away. Wait, does this include the stuff that I have equipped? Yeah, it looks like it does. I don't know what stuff I don't want. Where that crossbow? Crossbow's garbage. Can I really not get over there? That looks like a damn door. Nothing to interact with here? Okay. Wait, what? This looks completely different from the room I was just in. Alright, how about here? Is that a door? I've been here before. That room doesn't lead to anything. Map says there's clearly a door there. So... Oh, and I got booze. Yeah. Cheers. Ugh. Eyeball monster. No, not megalith. Oh, damn it. How about you stay back up far enough with that? Well, that sucks. That thing's still alive. No, it's dead. Okay. What, can she just not attack when she's silenced? The thing? Oh no, it was just that Edward was in the way. Can we just have Edward? I'd like to just like walk forward and slash him once to be done. Guess I'm gonna have to hit him with a mace. That's fine. Dead? It's dead. Six antidotes is nice, because I had to waste a bunch. Is that a door? I can't. Could be not. Okay, that's a door. We've been here before. Maybe not. Okay, but we can get out of here from this. Whoa, where the hell am I? Okay. I remember this. This is the thing where you had to weigh the thing down to be the same weight as the guy. How do I get out of here, though? There we go. Remain in the laboratory to mix nitroglycerin.
I'm going to begin my work. Can you two wait for me here?
And then, what happened to the girl Melanie?
She was gone the next morning. She left with practically everything in the room.
You don't have much luck with women, do you?
Well, you know what they say. The cleanest breakup is when a woman runs out on you.
What else is her statement? Oh, but you're lucky. I mean, to have so many people to kid around with. For me, I'm all alone. I've been all alone all my life.
What about your childhood?
Yes, I did have a childhood. I was born in a small town in Wales, right off the banks of the Taliesin River. It was a small gypsy town.
Gypsy?
That's right, gypsy. And we didn't call ourselves gypsy. We called ourselves Rom. See, a true gypsy is born under the blue sky and is destined to die under the same blue sky. It's gypsy law.
So then I guess you plan on dying underneath the blue skies.
Every gypsy is given a name at birth. My given name was Slato.
Slato. It's got a strange resonance to that name. What does it mean?
I can't tell you.
That too must be part of the law.
The law it is.
You know, ever since I met you, enigmatic, mysterious glint in your eyes. Man, it must be the gypsy in you. A glance from thy soul-searching eye can raise with hope, depress with fear.
Byron again?
Yeah.
You must really like him, don't you?
Yes. So I feel as though we're birds of a feather.
Then he must be self-obsessed as well.
I'd rather be classified as a romantic. My father was a strict man and couldn't forgive his son for failing academically. He blamed my failure on the time I wasted inventing adventures, dreaming of a utopian landscape. I was brought up to believe that dreams, the power of the imagination, as well as all the things I loved as a child, were useless, a complete waste of time. It was as if he was telling me I was useless. And then again, maybe just that. Well, I think I was probably born too late. By the time I was 15, everything there was to be done had already been done. The Western territories were colonized. The jungles had been explored. There was no wilderness for me to wander into. No jungles for me to cut my way through. I guess that's how I ended up roaming the country. Granted, I picked a few fights along the way, played with fire, gambled on my life a few times. But none of that comes close to the truth I'm searching for. I yearn for something far greater. I can't quite explain myself, but it's as though I'm on a quest for some intangible treasure of sorts. Koudelka, I envy you. You have psychic powers that few are blessed with. Being born a gypsy, you can choose to live how you wish.
And who gave you the right to act as if you figured me out? Do you have any idea how I was raised? You make me laugh. Adventures. Please, you haven't the slightest clue. Do you have any idea how much pain my psychic powers have brought me? My father died when I was only a child. I predicted the exact time, place, and ending of my father's life. Imagine that, predicting your own father's death. You know, I was cursed as a child, being given powers not meant for a child. And my mother, oh, she was so frightened and so full of hatred for me. She tried to kill me with her very hands. The gypsy elders got together, decided to excommunicate me. I was only 9 then. Do you have any idea how a 9-year-old child survives without the help of a living soul? Treasures, you must be joking. Have you ever cried and begged for your next meal? Did you ever sell your body, seeking shelter from the frigid night air? I used to be just like Charlotte. When she cried and said, "No one has ever loved me." Oh, her words cut straight through me. It was me she was talking about. Just like her, I wish that everybody would die and harbored a hatred for all mankind. But you see, Charlotte has made her peace. And poof, 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 gone to heaven. Me, I'm still alive and still home alone. No one has ever lent a helping hand. No one.
Koudelka, you?
I am not as free as you make me out to be. I am a poor, dirty, ignorant woman who threw her gypsy pride to the dogs in order to live. But you see, even someone like me can do good. Because with my powers, I can help ease the pain of others. That's when I feel good about living. I don't need loved. I just want my life to have some meaning. And just want someone to tell me they need me. You. No way you ever understand.
This got emo all of a sudden.
It's done. It's completed.
James has finished his work. You got nitroglycerin. Did we need nitroglycerin for something? That takes away the acid. Explosive compound mixed by James. Once lit, can destroy you in the sturdiest gate or wall. I mean, there was a place where I needed to get through that. Nice. Lance, sweet. Gun arrows can go. Can get rid of the original pistol. We have another mace. Sweet. However, is this... I mean, he still doesn't have armor. Gotten through most of the game, and he just had no armor the entire time. Is this weapon I just got better? This... rod? Well, that's pretty good. Save that for the end, though, I guess. Where exactly do I need to use this nitro that I just got? Like, what's this? I did this already. No, we're good. I'm gonna blow this shit out of the way? No? For this? Uh-huh. Alright, before we go do anything stupid, let's go save. Alright, let's go see what's behind that wall, shall we?
It's amazing.
That's not amazing, that's creepy as fuck. Good thing I saved, because that's the next boss fight we're gonna have, I'm sure. There's no way around that. Oh boy, that was pretty weak. Nice. As always, Edward's the best. What? Oh no, she can't instantly. Nice! Nice damage. You do instant cast? No. What is that spell? Just like level 3 flare or something? Whoa! That thing's weak against water. Okay. A pickaxe. Interesting. So this is just one big room and then it looks like a set of stairs? Those cool curved staircases. Leading to what? What is this? Like an altar? An organ. A pipe organ. People, secret, pain, and light. Okay, I have a document with that in it, don't I? Old letter? Yeah, secret, pain, people, light. Pipe organ sounds with a reverberating note. Yeah, that's some notes, alright. What the hell just happened? Doesn't look like anything changed to me. Oh. Hi there. Tree of Life has stopped. Looking beyond the stained glass, you see a sheer cliff rising from the ocean. Maybe that was always there and I just didn't check here yet. Oh. With that, however, that's a staircase going down. Oh boy.
Patrick. Poor Patrick.
Paraffin?
Hey, what are you doing? What's that note? Don't!
I'm not asking for your help. This is my problem. None of you need to die with me here.
So he's gonna burn the place down. Got it. You throw Daniel's arm in and call upon the power of fire. So that's what we've been holding on to that for that long for, huh?
Are you sure? Let's proceed.
Saint Daniel Scodius, protect us from these evil spirits and grant us inner strength. Amen.
Yeah, you made it mad.
Go!
Thou, who were created and born out of dust, now go quietly and return to thy Maker!
Somehow I don't think it's going to be that easy. Really? I guess it's going to be that easy. Oh, his sword broke. Great. Ugh. That's a lot of damage. How about you quit? Leave him alone. Oh, that revives him at full health, though. That's so good. There we go, that's some damage. Now if Edward can get in there and slice him up, that'd be great. Quit being so goddamn strong! Oh, that's right. Needs a new weapon. He's almost level 3 axe, that's pretty awesome. Oh cool, it heals him. Whoever gets their spell off first. It might take both since we just healed him. That thing's still ticking after a 3,000 cast. How about that? You done now? Alright. It's mine, right? Yeah. Make sure that both of these characters have really high mind. Nice, it only costs me 1 heal. What is going on here? What is this? Oh, okay. Ugh. Well, 3 of them too, Jesus Christ. Well, they're vines, so I want to bet that fire is what they're weak against. Possible. Let's see what James does for damage. Why is that healing everybody? That might not be its weakness, because that's not enough to kill it. Let's try something else. Also, fuck whatever weapon Edward has on, because it ain't doing shit. You're better off being bare-handed at that point. I'll let you stop. Yeah, if y'all are just gonna stand together, by all means, take the punishment for it. Nice. I think they're all dead now. Probably. Well, one of them is. Or is it? Okay, there we go. You need a better weapon, James. Or Edward. What is it about this? Oh, because it's light? Alright. Air pickaxe. Smash. Thank you. It's much better. The thing here gets healed by light, apparently. Jesus Christ, that was over 1,000 damage. Y'all can stop now. Nice. Ain't dead? Now it's dead. And what are these? Statue representing Fides, or Fides? I don't know. Raises the owner's piety. This is the owner's agility. I can use these now? Alright, James, you get some agility. Let's check something real quick. Koudelka currently has 32 piety. We're gonna add one. That made her MP go up, I saw that. I gave her 3 piety. Holy shit, give me more of those. What is going on here? Why are we climbing to the top of a burning building? Like, he just set this place on fire. Why are we investigating? Shouldn't we have investigated first? Are these only 2 guys? And one of them has... yeah. One of them has a dude entangled in it. That's weird. Try a different element, just to be sure. Try water. That's so weird! Nice, 3,000 damage. One of them's dead. I think. 4K ain't enough for you, dude? And everybody else is missing sometimes, too. I need to get their mind up. Man, either they have really high evasion, or we really need to increase our mind stat. Dead yet? Thank you. And go in there and get some smacks in. That should be enough to end this, I think. There we go. Not enough, huh? Ooh, that's like 1,400 damage in one attack. It ain't water. Might be earth. And Edward's dead. Again. Pardon me? Why won't it work? Too close to him? What? It's really weird. That's okay. I have other ways to revive people. Here, take this whiskey. That won't work either. What the fuck? You just can't be revived for some reason? Dude! What the fuck? That's the only time I've ever died in this game. Jesus. Oh damn it, I hate that. The sword hasn't broken yet. When it does, don't use the axe because everything's gonna absorb it. Secret pain people like. There's like a scythe stuck into the wall or something. Okay, how did I get to that angle before? Like this? No? Maybe? Yes, okay. Oh, we still haven't had that happen yet, huh? Well, I don't have those idols anymore either, that sucks. I don't know how rare those are, but it definitely felt like they're pretty rare. Nice, that thing's dead in one hit. Can you be dead? Seriously? There you go. His sword broke. Let's replace it with the pickaxe. So, I'm not sure if we even have that anymore, honestly. Yeah, we don't have that anymore. That sucks. The scimitar it is, I suppose. Oh boy, 3 of them. Well, at least now I know how formidable they are. Let's concentrate fire on one of them instead of splitting up my effort. Or it automatically makes me do it, and I didn't think about it. Alright. I feel like that's pretty weak compared to how strong he is. So fire might not actually be the best element for this. That's right, line up. Exactly what I want. Might not be your weakness, but at least I hit 3 of you at once. Let's try Tornado and see what happens. Oh yeah, that's much stronger. Even killed 2 of them. You dead yet? No. Oh, you were so weak. It's pathetic. I do have another mace, so I could just give that to Koudelka. At least that would give her something to physically attack with. Yay, idols! Agility on James. Use intelligence and mind on Koudelka. And let's equip either mace that I have. Her. How come you had no problem getting up here before? There we go. Climbing in this game is clunky as fuck. What happened before? Is this gonna be the same fight? Yeah, I think this is a boss fight. Let's try these two and see what happens. Seems like Tornado might be the best bet. Please hit twice. Ugh. You just grab his swords. Okay, water's pretty good. Water might be the answer. Let's see what Earth does. Earth missed. That might just be James having low mind stuff. Fuck me, I need to get rid of these guys as soon as possible for him. That guy's dead. That was a waste on my part. Oh, fuck. Rest in peace, Edward. Can I revive him? No, I can't. I'd like to know why I can't revive my people for this fight all of a sudden. God damn it, that's so stupid. Can I revive him? No, I can't revive anybody. Basically, all I got is this one cast, and if it's not dead, well then fuck me. Maybe I'll get lucky and it'll cast magic on me. Which it didn't. So that's a barrier right there that I can't get across. I have to grind, essentially. I guess none of my characters are strong enough to handle that shit. So... Secret pain people light. Three, two, 1, 4. In case that happens again. Go down the stairs. I'm hitting the action button. Can I save first? Patrick's body. Can I like go to leave and then come back in? If I go this way, will it do it? No. Let's go up and then come back down. Though it's that those save points are temporary. Those are the want to save before you like shut the power off kind of saves, right? So yeah.
Are you sure?
Alright, now we're just gonna grind. Lead up to at least level 40, I think. Oh, damn it. Actually. This is level 2. These fuckers are strong. Why does revive not work anymore? There we go. That's weird. Let him revive first. Wait, what? It didn't work anyway? And now she's gonna die too, isn't she? Can you die, please? Thank you. A glaive, that's kind of neat. What you got equipped there, Edward? Okay. We'll get you up to level 2 sword in no time. None of them are gonna die from that? Alright, you can stop with that. Yeah, one of them's dead. These fuckers don't want to die. Yeah, that one's dead now too. How'd that miss? I don't, Mine first, I guess, and then we'll get our HP up later. Yeah, they're all dead now. Hopefully we'll get some idols like the last 2 times. Sweet. Hey, luck idol, that's pretty cool. Wow, something's really weak to water. I think. Poor thing. There's a dog and it makes the hurt dog sound when you kill it. Girdle sword? What, pray tell, is a girdle sword? Sword of strange girdles, used by Sir Galahad and King David before him. Blessed with the power of good spirits and angels, it has survived the passage of time untouched. Can I just run around here and fight more? Or do I have to have like a screen transition in order to do it? was running down here before, I didn't get any bells, then I went upstairs, got into one, came back, got into another one. Not going that way, you can't make me. Nope. Not with that boss at the fucking top of those stairs. Why is the encounter rate in this game so low? Sword level 2? No? Another girdle sword. Oh, he did get level 2 sword, okay. How strong is a girdle sword? Brings his dex up by a decent amount, and his luck by 17. Alright, well, we do have 2 of them. Come on, random encounters. Never thought I'd find myself complaining about a game having low random encounter rates before, but here I am. Nice, 1700 damage. It's pretty good. Getting all the girdle swords. Let's toss out the earth dirt. Toss out the bow gun. Let's equip that other mace on Koudelka. No means no game. Going up there yet. The hell is that thing? It's like a baby alien. Sounds like a baby alien. What kind of attack is that? Okay, at least. Oh, I think I killed both of them. Sweet. God damn it, I wish I knew exactly where that boundary was. What, you're faster than me now? Well, that's because I switched weapons. Hey Kane, welcome back, dude. I'm doing a little grinding here because there's a forced fight up ahead that is really fucking ridiculously dangerous. Yeah, time zones do suck. A lot of people I'd like to watch that I don't get a chance to watch because they always stream when I'm asleep or they stream when I'm at work. And I highly recommend this game. This game's really good. It's got a sort of strategy RPG setup for the battles. The atmosphere is really like well done, and the music in the game was made by Hiroki Kikuta, the dude who composed Secret of Mana, amongst other things. This is the first time I've played it. I'm only playing it because it's supposed to be kind of spooky. It's not really spooky, but there is a little bit of spookiness to it. A lot of the monster designs are really interesting. Secret of Mana? Yeah, that's probably my favorite video game soundtrack. Oh yeah. And the really weird song. Wasn't there something like he pretended to be deaf, but he wasn't really deaf, and he had somebody composing for him, and all kinds of crazy shit. Yeah. I've got a copy of Secret of Mana somewhere around here too, a Japanese copy. Huh. I think I actually have to go through a screen transition and then come back for the battle to reset. No, I hit the other direction, thanks. Hey, 16-bit dad. You haven't really missed much. I mean, I got the nitroglycerin, I blew up the wall, I did the organ thing, and then we tossed Daniel's arm into the water. And then when I started getting towards the top of the cathedral, I had a forced fight with a plant that had a dude attached to him. And that thing kicked my ever-loving ass. So now I'm just grinding a little bit. Yeah, it's always been funny to me to see that too. Like, the normal plants weren't hard. It was the one with the dude attached to him that kicked my ass. Like, and the dumb thing is, and I don't understand why, in that fight, revive doesn't work, the spell, and you can't use whiskey on any of your characters to revive them either. Yeah, I suppose it does. You ever realize that? Well, I guess by the time you got here, you'd probably been way higher level than me, so you didn't have to restart. Or you didn't have any of your characters die. Because, like, one of them walked up to Edward, the one with the body attached to it, and attacked him 3 times in a row for, like, 2,000 each. And I'm like, what the fuck? Well, whatever, no big deal, I'll just revive him. Oh my god. What a grinding you gotta do to get that far. I've been grinding for like 15 minutes and I'm already barely level 40. But yeah, so I was like, oh, no big deal, I'll just revive him. And then I went to select it, and it wouldn't let me choose him. I'm like, oh, maybe there's something bugged out about my magic or something. I'll just walk up to him and use a whiskey. It's doing the same thing. So I'm boosting everybody's vitality to like 1 billion before we go into that fight. Yeah, don't you like pie? Well, obviously it's supposed to be piety, but you know. Here, let me show you something, Kane, since you're new to the game. There we go. So each of the stats do different things. Strength is obvious, brings up your damage. Vitality brings up your HP, but it's also your defense. Dex is whether or not you hit with physical attacks. Intelligence is strength, but for magic, basically. It also determines how good your healing magic is. Piety is your max MP and your magic defense, but it also prevents you from getting healed by healing magic. Mind is Dex for magic, and then agility is your speed, and luck, I honestly don't know what luck does, because the game doesn't really tell you. And then every character has their own individual magic levels for every spell, and each character has like Final Fantasy II style weapon proficiency, and once you get their weapon proficiency up above level 1, they have a chance of doing multiple attacks when you use that weapon. Also, I still don't know what that bottom weapon is, the one that says level 1 and 0, because I've pretty much used every weapon that exists with this character. I want to say this isn't the first game I've played that has piety in it. I think there's other games that I've played that have that stat, but I can't think of it off the top of my head. Wait, that's a shield? So there's shields out there, and you can use them as weapons? Because I've not encountered a single one. That sounds right. I did not like Final Fantasy II's system, but this is a little bit better, because at least, like, When I level up, I get to choose where my stat points go. I don't have to spend hours hitting my party in order to get up their HP. Wait, Nasir didn't know Japanese? How the fuck did that even work? Did they have somebody, like, interpreting between the two of them? Because otherwise I don't see how that would work. They had no interpreter. Okay. So what language did they communicate in? They probably, like... Sakaguchi didn't speak English, but he probably knew at least enough English to be able to, like, do something. Because all Japanese people go through, like, 8 levels of English education. Wow. That's the thing. Level 40 should be good enough. I'm also purposely leveling up Geyser because Geyser is the thing that they're weak against, I think. Depends on my magic and weapons. I don't have any magic up above level 2. I don't even know how high it goes, or like what a good level for a spell would be at my point in the game. Level 2 is enough? Okay. I just wish there was a place for me to fucking save. Well, that's hilarious. Weapons are the big one? I mean, I don't really use my weapons on 2 of the characters, but he's got several girdle swords. And he's... Wait, what? Level 1? Shouldn't he be level 2? What? Girdle swords are a different type of sword? That's stupid. Alright, I guess we're gonna heal him while he kills stuff with a girdle sword. What? Also, I'm doing that because as far as I can tell, it seems like you have to go through a room transition before you can have another battle in a room. Not sure if you can confirm or deny that, 16-bit dad, but that seems to be the case. What I used to do is use the stairs, but the other room transitions quicker. Story of Final Fantasy VI with Sakaguchi singing. Another bug has been found in Japanese to Terra's theme. That's kind of interesting. Something like that, I guess. Okay, so we're just gonna chill back here and let him. I mean, I never ground at all, so it could just be this area is weird. Like, I basically breezed through this whole game, aside from that one stupid boss fight. I remember you having, I think you posted that in my Discord. Because I remember reading that. And we're to have a turn. This is at the very end of the game, as far as I know. But again, this is my first time playing this, so I don't really know. There we go. I've been doing this much damage for a while, though. Because honestly, the magic in this game is fucking broken. Look at that enemy design. Dude's walking around carrying one of his own arms with like shards of glass sticking out all over his body, and he has no head. And that's pretty much the case here, especially considering melee weapons have durability in this game. So in the beginning of the game, you do like I was, and concentrate on melee, you're gonna find yourself running out of weapons in the beginning. So then I just swapped two of my characters to do spells and haven't looked back. It's not too bad when not all three of your characters are using melee weapons anymore. Fire Emblem, I like Fire Emblem's durability system. Dark Clouds can be a little annoying though. No, I guess you do have repair powders and shit in that one. I have an idea. I'm gonna start buffing his agility. Then maybe he'll just get extra turns. If you can repair in a fight, that's really good. Jesus Christ. Alright, thanks for stopping by, dude. I appreciate it. Have a good day at work. Yay, idols. Get rid of the claws. Only 520? Come on. I guess that is like 300 in a single battle, but... No! I said no! Turn around! Said this earlier, but I never thought I'd see the day when I would complain about an RPG having low enemy encounter rates. And here I am. It's funny you mentioned that, because Saknoth, the company that made this, is, or was, because they basically no longer exist, they were composed of a bunch of ex-Square employees. I have no idea who that is. Should I know who that is? Did they do a game that I know? I think it's funny, for someone who works in the game industry, I don't really know a lot of people's names. Like, I only just recently memorized Hiroki Kikuta as the composer for Secret of Mana because his name kept coming up when I was reading stuff about this game. No, I know, but, like, especially someone like that, because I love Ogre Battle and Final Fantasy Tactics and stuff like that. So it would be nice if I knew him. Hey, Earth Thunder, how's it going, dude? Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. Just doing a little pre-mini-boss grinding here because I fought this mini-boss and he kicked my ass, so... What does healed out on mean? I've never heard that turn of phrase before. Oh, geeked out on, okay. I've never actually played Ogre Battle 64, but it looks really good. I need to go back and finish the original Ogre Battle. Like, I started playing it on my stream. I actually got a decent amount into it, but I never finished it. I've actually... Hold on one second. I'm gonna go to the bathroom anyway, but I'll bring something interesting to show you. I assume that the, well, first of all, I have to turn this up so you can actually see. So, I got this when I first moved to Tokyo last year. I assume that the plastic that's on it is probably not the original plastic. Though I suppose there is a chance that it could be. But the box looks like it's pretty roughed up already, so I can kind of imagine that this wasn't, like, hanging on a store shelf or something for a long period of time. It was probably someone owned it and played it. Though I don't know. I guess it's hard to tell, since it's such an old game. But yeah, guess how much I paid for this. I suppose you can probably see it if you can read the price tag that's still on it. But this is one of the reasons why I love living in Japan. This was $8.60. Complete in box, potentially sealed, for $8. Yep, $8. I love this country. Like, I didn't even know, like, at the time when I bought this, I hadn't even played through part of the SNES Ogre Battle yet. I was just like, oh shit, a potentially sealed 64 game complete in box for $8? I'm just gonna grab this. How much longer does Edward need? At 600, I need to get him to level 2. Might take a couple battles, that kind of sucks, actually. Yeah, I've gotten all kinds of really crazy deals on certain things, but then certain things are also ridiculously expensive. Like, in the States, you can get a complete in box copy of Demon's Crest for like, 20, $30. But in Japan, Demon's Crest is so goddamn rare that a cart-only copy of Demon's Crest will run you, I think I paid $60 for it. Welcome back, Kane. And I've seen complete in-box copies of the Japanese version of Demon's Crest go for like $250 to $300. I only bought that copy of Demon's Crest. Like, I probably wouldn't actually buy it if it were literally any other game, but Demon's Crest is one of my favorite games ever. And I'd only seen it in person, like, I think twice in my life, and I've lived in Japan for going on 5 years. So I was like, I'm gonna... It's a little steep, but I'm gonna buy it. Oh, well, yeah. If you're talking about the English version, then yeah, because, Nintendo did a really poor job of advertising for the game. And, it was also towards the end of the system's life cycle, so there wasn't very many copies of it made. I'm kind of sad because I, as a kid, threw out a bunch of the boxes for my Super Nintendo games, so while I do still have my cart for Earthbound and I have the strategy guide for it, I don't have the giant-ass box, so one of these days I would love to get another copy of the box. I mean, that's fine because they were trying to get the like quirkiness of the game, which is totally fine. But I feel like like if it was a Mario title, it would have had a lot more publicity. See, that's what happened with me. Is I went to a Blockbuster and I rented it because of that giant-ass box, and then I fucking loved the game, so I begged my parents for it, and I got it that Christmas. Also, hey, Slow, how's it going, dude? Yeah, I rented that once too. I was a 8 or 9-year-old kid when that came out, so I was like, oh, it's a fucking Mario game! And I didn't realize it was an educational Mario game that wasn't made by the actual original Mario devs. Yeah. It's... You see what You're close, it's K-E, not Keru. It says K channel, is what it says. The guy's name is K, as far as I know. That's what he calls himself on Twitch, anyway. He's a Japanese streamer that I follow, and I was talking to him the last stream that he did, and letting him know about how my first Switch translation just came out and all that sort of stuff, and for whatever reason, everybody in the chat got really excited about it. and like 2 of his viewers decided to follow me, and he's like, you know what? I'm not following you yet, am I? So he followed me too. Oh yeah, that's right, Kane. You weren't here for when I was getting really excited about that. Yeah, my first Switch translation's out. I worked on Doraemon Story of Seasons with 2 of my buddies and and an editor. It turned out really well considering, but there's a bunch of stuff wrong with it because Bandai Namco being Bandai Namco essentially, they rushed the whole thing together, and there's a bunch of stuff that we told them to fix before the script was due, and they didn't fix it. So like a main plot point to the game is there's this really huge tree in the village, and we call it the Elder Tree, but the initial translations that weren't done by us called it the Big Tree, because that's literally what it says in Japanese. So on the Nintendo store, it calls it the Big Tree, but in the game, we call it the Elder Tree. And then in the locations, which was done before we got to it, it also says, like, Big Tree Root instead of Elder Tree Root. This is going to be a small rant right now, but localization and translation are the exact same fucking thing, and I'm so tired of people saying that they're different things. No, it was like Daiki, but it was also it wasn't the key. It was this. Hold on, I'll just type it in fucking chat. It was this. Well, if you haven't played a farm sim before, I would recommend you get something else like Stardew Valley, because at least Stardew Valley's kind of cheap. Anyway, back to my rant. There is no such thing as a translation that isn't at least in part localization. People just use that as a like a way to differentiate between translations that they don't like versus translations they do like. Well, yeah, but the whole thing is that any game translation you've ever played in your life has at least some degree of... Wow, that's a real name there. Every translation you've ever played has some degree of localization applied to it. Thank you for the follow, I appreciate it. Now, to me, I would actually disagree with that level of localization. Also, why didn't my alert go off? Do I have my desktop audio off? No, desktop audio's on. Whatever. Let's see. Let's get his vitality up. Yeah, exactly. Like when you do a translation and you're trying to cater to that audience and try to make everything match the Japanese as much as possible, you're gonna wind up with a really stilted, Englishy kind of translation. And the fact that there's so many people out there who are like, oh, this is a localization, it's so bad, I hate localization. I'm like, you have no idea what the fuck you're talking about. The Final Fantasy Tactics translation on the PlayStation 1 was really, really bad. Like, holy shit bad. Now, one thing you gotta remember when it comes to translation slash localization, whatever the fuck you want to call it, they're the same goddamn thing, is that the goal of any good translator should be to make it seem like the text that they translated wasn't actually from a foreign language. So whenever I go into anything, I try to make sure that whatever the end product of what I'm doing sounds like it was written by somebody who speaks English fluently. Sounds like it was already in English in that, already, like it was a work in English and wasn't translated. Final Fantasy IV on the SNES? I mean, I vaguely know that, like, they had Japanese natives who spoke a little bit of English translate it, and then they had some editor punch it up. Yeah. It's also how that script wound up turning out so goddamn bad. Yeah, I can imagine. That's another small thing I'd like to rant about really quick. This one's actually really short, though, but, like, anyone who edits translations should also be able to speak Japanese, because otherwise, if you're not looking at the original Japanese script when you're doing your edits, you're gonna wind up just randomly adding in shit that wasn't there in the first place. And I hate when editors do that. It drives me fucking nuts. Yeah, that sounds terrible. But anyway, there's nothing in the script that we did that is too far over what I would consider the line for a good localization. Because I'm very, very picky about people adding in shit to scripts that weren't there in the first place, because I firmly believe that you're translating someone else's work and you should be as faithful to their intent behind the words that they wrote as you possibly can be, and adding a bunch of shit that wasn't there in the original script is not doing that. It took 3 translators a little over 2 months to do it. I assume you're talking about when Wolsey did Secret Mana. Yeah. That was a time when things were a little bit more crazy. Though I'm also I'm pretty sure that the Secret Mana script is probably, well, I don't know. I have to look. But I'm pretty sure that oh, you're talking about for 6? No, that's all the work that we did. There was like I think 2 or 3 weeks before that, when some other guys had their hands on a couple of the smaller files, what we call system text, which is stuff like the item list, the locations, the menus, stuff like that. But all the script was completely done by us. And then we went back and redid and fixed up the system text before we turned the entire script in, but they apparently didn't apply our changes to the system text, so there's a lot of stuff that's flat out wrong, or just doesn't match what we wrote in the script that's in the system text. But we've since contacted them and we've asked them, like, we've listed the stuff that we've noticed is wrong, and we're hoping that they're going to put a patch out there to fix that stuff. But one of my coworkers is not holding his breath because he's had a lot of bad experiences with the Southeast Asian branch of Namco Bandai, which is who we were working for. So there's a chance that they're probably just gonna be like, well, it's out there, it's done. We don't care anymore. Kind of thing. Okay, cool, he's at level 2 sword, we can possibly move on, but God, I would like a place to save. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, in our case, it's a Switch game, so the fans can't really do it. Get rid of one of these girl swords. But otherwise, the script itself, like, I don't actually have the game because for whatever reason they decided to not send us digital copies of it to play. But I've watched enough videos online to see people play it, and it doesn't look like they've changed very much about the script that we wrote. So the script is really well written. The graphics are pretty damn good. The music is really nice. So if you like Harvest Moon games, then I suggest you go out and try it. I don't actually get anything out of it if you do buy it, but if you're wanting to support something that I've done, there's that. I actually just finished up another project like 2 weeks ago, a big MMO that's coming out next spring, but I technically can't still say what it is. Probably won't be able to say what it is till they say more about it. I really want a fucking save point. Is there really no save point around here? I've ground up from like level 36 to level 43 and I would really like to save. Alright, guess I'm just gonna go fight this fucking thing and hope for the best. Oh, all the fucking time. I had to fight with the translators in the MMO that I just finished, because there's several of them that, like... let me give a quick example. There's an area in this MMO that is very clearly Japanese influenced. It's got Japanese architecture, and all kinds of Japanese demons show up, and all that sort of stuff. In the Japanese, it's literally just called, like, the white territory and the black territory. And obviously... The devs already, like, went, okay, obviously because this is English, we can't just call it white and black anymore. So please come up with some sort of equivalent and go with that. Well, there were several translators who were just like, nah, we're just going to call it Shido and Kudo because it needs to have more Japanese flavor. And I'm like, no, we're not, because I don't care what you say. Our audience doesn't speak Japanese, and the original Japanese audience didn't need something to interpret to them to tell them what the meaning of those words were. Okay, well, Stardew Valley is also on the Switch. Yeah. Like, ninja and samurai, stuff that's, like, very typical stuff from video games, stuff that people know, that's used regularly in English, like tsunami and stuff like that. I don't care about that. But no one knows what Shido and Kudo means unless you've studied, like, level 101 Japanese. See, I don't know what Tekko Haidate is, and I would translate that. Yeah, see, I speak Japanese fluently. If I don't know what those words mean, they shouldn't be in Japanese. Even if I did, they shouldn't be in Japanese. Like, you can just call them samurai gauntlets, or samurai armor, and stuff like that. Like, people who aren't samurai buffs aren't gonna know what those words mean. Not to mention, like, those are just Japanese words that mean stuff like gauntlets, so there's no point in leaving them in Japanese. Yeah, Genji armor is totally fine, because Genji's the name of several different things, you know? Yeah, I can't stand when games leave Japanese text in their game at all. It bothers me to all fucking hell. Like, when they did the remaster, or I guess remake, of Persona 1 on the PSP, I went to a shop, and they were selling a weapon called Muchi, and I was like, the only reason I know this is a whip is because I speak Japanese already. Someone who doesn't speak Japanese is going to go into this shop, not know what a Muchi is, and just ignore it or not buy it. That sort of stuff really pisses me off. Yeah, like, the samurai attacks shouldn't be in Japanese. In the MMO that I just did, there was a bunch of... There's a samurai-like class that has a bunch of attack names that are in relatively complicated Japanese. And when you look at them, they're actually written to be like... almost like poems, basically. So what we did is we made names that sound like they're fancy fucking Japanese names, but they're in English. It's not a very difficult thing to do. Yeah, that's dumb. That's really dumb. No one knows what any of those fucking words mean. It's a samurai isn't a good enough excuse to just lazily not translate things in your game. Exactly. Stuff like that happens too. Like, I can't stand the fact that, like, what is a yukikaze? Exactly. Like, good fucking luck explaining how this game works to a normal English speaker. It's... If I had to guess, I would say it's just a combination of snow and wind. But see, that's the thing, like, I speak Japanese, I don't know what that is. I'm going to assume it's just snow and wind. My dictionary says snow-bearing wind or wind-bringing snow. Well, you knew that much, so that's good enough for somebody who's not been studying long. I mean, yes and no, but is that how they translated those moves in Final Fantasy VI and the Game Boy Advance? Because if not, then that's not being very consistent. Yeah, so they're basically ruining the reference for anybody who isn't a weeb. That's the kind of stuff that you need to be like, oh, well, that guy needs to be fired. Because at that point, he's basically translating it for himself and not actually translating it for the intended audience. Yeah, that's another thing that needs to never happen. You ever fucking put a meme in a game, I will personally just basically disown you. Okay, pardon me. You put a meme in a game where it doesn't belong, there are places where that belongs. There are places where you can get away with that, and there are a lot of places where you can't. The majority of places, you absolutely should never be doing that. Wait, at that point, the Japanese should just be upset that their fucking writers suck. Hold on, we got plot going on here. Oh, hey. It's Patrick's wife. What the fuck did she just pull out of her pocket to block this random attack? Oh my Christ. I think I'm getting to the end of the game here. Church, 5th floor. Can I save? If I save like this, though, is it gonna... It says temporary. I'm gonna do it anyway, just to check. I haven't saved in a long time. Yeah, like almost 10 levels. Yeah, I can't stand like shit like that either. It happens on both sides of the fence. I hate when stuff from Japan is censored because it's too sexual for people to flip the fuck out over it in the West. And when stuff like Resident Evil 2 comes out here and all the fucking gore is censored, like, stop fucking changing the intentions of the creators. I can't fucking stand that. Achievement titles is a place to do that sort of stuff, because it's going to have no effect on the rest of the game. An example I was going to give is in the MMO that I just did, there's a bunch of training quests in the beginning of the game, and they all have really, really boring names. And I got chosen as the person to translate them by random assignment. I don't know if it'll make it through it, but I made stupid Pokemon references in the quest titles for that. The like base level training for certain things is I want to be the very best, and then like the intermediate level is like no one ever was, because I'm a dumbass and because they were all really boring in Japanese. But I would never ever change dialogue like that. Changing like quest titles or achievement titles and stuff like that, fine, whatever. That has no overall bearing on the story. And if the Japanese was originally pretty fucking boring in the first place, go ahead and change it, whatever. It's not going to make a big deal. But if they change the dialogue, that's what pisses me off. Yeah, that pisses me off. Elaine caught up with me. Do I have to fight her? Do I have to run? This game has a lot of fights where you gotta run. Let's try to run. Maybe I gotta fight her? I don't know. Yeah, I think I might have to fight her. That one's a little closer. Like, calling someone Kisama in Japanese has enough of a implication behind it that a line like, "You'll pay for this with your lives," is acceptable. No, we can't hit her, can we? That's totally fine. The length of a sentence doesn't have to match what the Japanese says, unless it's like a limitation of a cutscene or something like that. Because again, the important thing is that you're trying to convey the meaning and the implications and all that stuff behind what is said, not that not exactly what was said. You know what I mean? Yeah, but in some games that doesn't matter. Like in the MMO that I did, they had certain scenes where they could allow us to have longer dialogue than what the Japanese said, and they had certain sets where they couldn't. Like, for example, if they the person was talking while a camera movement was happening, we only had the amount of time between the camera movement starting and the camera movement ending in order to get the idea across. So a lot of things actually had to be shorter than we would have liked. But then if they're just standing there and talking, they can add extra lip flaps and stuff like that, and it's not a big deal. Okay, that's not very good. She did 2,000 damage with fire. Holy fuck! That's just normal, though. I gotta plug my controller in. I need to, like, move my PlayStation TV over a little bit, if possible. That's about as far as I'm gonna get, huh? Well, we're gonna turn this a little bit and, move here, I guess. Ugh. God, this is uncomfortable as fuck. I don't know if you pay attention to any speed running or anything like that, but pretty much if there's ever a game that has text in it, all speedrunners will most of the time play it in whatever language has the fastest text and the least amount of text and stuff like that. It's just how Japanese tends to be. For the most part, it's almost always going to be the Japanese version, unless, in the case of, I think, like Breath of the Wild, I think it was in German. But usually it's Japanese that has the shortest amount of text, because they can say a lot more with a lot less space. Okay, still not as strong as what the fire was doing. They just tend to ignore it and memorize, like, the selections, basically. Let's fortify the hell out of his decks. Because if we actually have to beat this lady, you need to actually be doing damage, dude. And then you don't have any, like, crazy AoE attacks, it seems like, aside from the one that just hits everybody any fucking way. How's Earth do on you? Can you hit her yet? Nope. Oh, that's a run I'd want to see. Someone who actually speaks Japanese and has fun that the fucking people at GDQ would flip their shit over if they knew what was going on. Oh, you've never seen... Oh, you said except this one girl who did Oracle. Ah. Okay. Can you hit her, please? Maybe she just can't be hit by weapons. Maybe that's the thing. I think we're just gonna make you our item-based healer. Yeah, no, I ran into those kind of people when I was in, like, 100 level Japanese classes. The kind of people who wear, like, cat ears and end their sentences in nya and say kawaii all the time. Those kind of people. Yeah. Yep. No, that's the kind of attitude that I had around it, because when you told people that you were a Japanese major or that you were taking Japanese classes, that was the image that popped up in their head. It was, that's the kind of person that you are. I'm like, no, I'm nothing like these people. Please don't put me in the same boat as these people. I never paid attention to how much Earth did. How much did Earth do? Nothing, because it missed. Cool shit. Hey, you try to do Megalith. To be fair, it's actually kind of rare from my experience for a Japanese person to not watch anime just because of how, like, embedded in the culture it is. Because pretty much every person I've ever met since I moved to this country has at least one anime that they like. Unless you mean by, like, by doesn't watch anime, you mean, like, they don't keep up with, recent anime and shit like that, which is, that's just whatever. Yeah. Like, I wouldn't consider myself a rabid anime fan anymore. Not like when I was, like, 12 to 20. And I would watch basically anything I can get my hands on. Now it's like, oh, I heard this series is really good from my friends. I'll watch this. I kind of hope, like, that's the direction that weebs in the States are going, but God knows there's probably people who are still like, no, I'm gonna devour every fucking thing I can find. Sailor Moon's a fucking good show, though. So, ain't nothing wrong with that. Yeah, I don't think physical weapons are gonna be a thing with this fight. Wow, that's a long time ago. Okay, we beat her. Oh, so at least for Kane and anybody else who hasn't been here for like the whole game. So, brief plot summary. Here, I can pause. So Koudelka here is a psychic who was asked by the ghost of Elaine, the lady we just fought, to come to this cathedral and try to figure out the circumstances surrounding her death. Turns out that the priest in my party, James, was best friends with this dude named Patrick. Hey Ash, how's it going? Hey Steve, nice to see you. Turns out, you know what, I'm just gonna move back. I assume that this thing will keep charged for a while. If it doesn't, I'm gonna be mad. I can't stand being this close to my camera and being, like, hanging off my bed. There. Anyway. So, James was close friends with this dude named Patrick, and they were both competing over the love of Elaine. Well, Patrick was from a rich family, and James was not. So, according to James, Patrick was the best choice for Elaine. So those two got together, and James basically gave up the non-sacred world to I could use a USB extension, yeah, because the PS3 charging cables are really short. I'm doing pretty good, because today was a Japanese holiday. Today was the enthronement ceremony for the new emperor, so I got the day off work, and I've been pretty much streaming all day. I think I'm on, this is like hour 6. Anyway, so Patrick and Elaine get married, and one day when Patrick is off at somewhere, he's out of the house, some thieves break in and kill Elaine. When Patrick gets back, he dedicates his life to alchemy, essentially, to try to find a way to bring his beloved back to life. Well, apparently there's this book in the church by a famous alchemist that could help him get that, but in order to get that to happen, to resurrect his wife, he essentially has to lure a bunch of people back to this cathedral and kill them and spill their blood into this cauldron in order to appease the spirits needed for this, like, druid ceremony to bring people back. Well, he eventually succeeds, And the bad thing is that it's her body that comes back, but not her soul. So that thing that we just fought is actually Elaine's body brought back to life in this ritual, and not actually Elaine herself. It's like possessed by some demonic spirit or something. So I'm assuming that's going to be the final boss. God damn it, I gotta fight her all these times. If I'm not going to level up in between these fights, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Can I hit you with physical weapons yet? Oh, hey, she's vulnerable to... Oh, wait, does that mean that she's the opposite now? That spells aren't going to hit her? Spells heal her. That's not cool. So each time I fight her, it's going to be different. Alright, well, thankfully we've got enough, decent weapons. We can at least bring the fight to her up close. My pillow. There we go. There we go. We can just beat her senseless with melee attacks. Jesus, that's a lot of damage. I love this boss music. It's different from all the other boss music so far, I think. Okay, you can stop with the doing all of the damage, Jesus Christ. Nice. Yeah, magic is broken this game. Like, as you can see, one heal spell brought all of my party but one character back to full health. Yeah, it wouldn't be a boss fight if they didn't beat me within an inch of my life, yeah. Where'd she go? She's scared now. I'm only getting one hit in. He's level 2 swords. Oh, and that means she's dead. There we go. Level up, please. Damn it. Not leveling up's me. I'm not gonna get my MP back. How many high listals do I have? 3. How many normal listals? Oh, hey, strength idol. Forgot I had these. Agility idol. Edward. Do I have normal listals? Listals. There we go. That's still stuff that should be translated. Because a Japanese person would understand what those attack names mean. Okay, plot. Oh, dude, she's like mutating. It wouldn't be a Japanese game without tentacles that turn into a spider. Oh, cool. How lovely. The fuck is this game? Oh, I'm back on that rant about leaving Japanese stuff in translation, so here's a good example. Well, 2 good examples, really. They do that all the time in Yu-Gi-Oh! And it pisses me off. And then Square Enix it either just came out or is going to be coming out soon. This game called, what they're calling it is Onikaki. And anytime I've seen people in English talking about the card names in Yu-Gi-Oh! That are in Japanese, and this game called Onikaki, I've seen at least like a handful of people fucking up the name because they don't know what the fucking words mean. Onikaki with K-A-K-I. Yeah, out of all those, I only know what one of those means. I know what Suiton means because that's basically in every fucking ninja anything ever. All the rest of those should... all of those should be in English. Absolutely all of them. Oh, Futon? Okay, so that's wind and earth versions of the standard ninja shit. But still, you're only gonna know that if you speak Japanese. You shouldn't have to speak Japanese to know what something is in an English translation. No, let's just try different elements. In that case, actually. Oh, I can't switch Koudelka's move. Whatever, it's fine. Tornado. I think this might be the final boss, which is kind of scary. Holy fuck. Alright, Koudelka's gonna be on healing duty. Whoa, he does like no damage to her. Yeah, the people are like, you can't translate that, it loses the meaning, are full of fucking shit. It's so stupid. That's like 0 damage. Jesus fucking Christ, are you serious? Holy fucking shit! I don't think I can win this, guys. I don't really say those kind of words very often. Like, at most, I might mutter "kso" under my breath every now and then, but that's about it. Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah, that's true. And I'm like, ah, fiddlesticks. Maybe you just don't listen to me talk a lot, but I curse an awful lot in English. Yeah, there's not really, it's one of those things where people are like, tell me how to swear in Japanese. Well, there really are no swear words in Japanese. It's just, there's a bunch of words that a lot of people would consider really rude. So it's, I guess that's kind of the equivalent of swear words, but they're not really swear words. Don't do it. God damn it. Bitch. And now you're gonna get an extra turn and kill him too, right? Okay, he's still alive. With 1 HP left, somehow. No point in holding back now. And he's dead. Oh. That does way too much fucking damage. That's ridiculous. For me, it's a politeness thing. Like, in English, it's not very rude to swear a lot in certain circumstances. But in Japanese, the words that are rude to say are generally rude no matter what the circumstances are. Like, I still swear in English around my English-speaking friends about just as much as I ever would. Oh, he's dead. That's okay-ish, but still not great. Yeah, it's definitely a culture thing. You're gonna kill somebody, aren't you? You're not. Okay. That's not necessarily the case. I would just say that there's just certain things that you just don't say, or if you say them, you don't say them in public. And that's more heavily respected in Japan than it is in the States. Seems like water's the element she's weakest to. It's still pretty scary because she can still insta-kill any one of my characters whenever she fucking feels like it. But it doesn't seem like she's been doing that. He says as she immediately proceeds to do that. Yeah. Goose Game was great. I definitely recommend that to anybody. I'm probably going to do a second stream of it, because once you beat the game, you unlock a bunch of extra sub-goals to do, and there's a couple of, like, speed-running goals as well. Don't kill her twice in a row. That would just be mean. Okay, so it looks like fire and ice are basically the same amount of damage. No, that's not cool. Why do you get to go first? Rest in peace, Edward. You shall be missed. I don't think you can. Or if you can, they never explained it. Listen, bitch, you already killed one of my guys. Nice. How much HP does this chick have? What is this? She just healed herself for 5,000 damage. That's like 3 turns worth of damage, lady. How about you not kill my healer? And yes, whiskey is the revive medicine du jour in this game. That's 2k out of the 5. Yeah, just give him whiskey. He'll be fine. Don't you fucking dare. Don't kill anybody. Now what? This is different. This is a different animation. I don't like different animations. Boy, you better start getting more than 1 hit per turn. You're gonna heal again, aren't you? That's not healing. That's not healing! Wait, what? Does he have level 3 flare now? Come on, let Koudelka get a heal in. He has level 3 flare. What the fuck does that look like? Oh, that's the heal. Okay, that's okay. Ish. I don't know how I'm supposed to stop that. Like, I don't do enough damage to deal with her heal like that. Level 3 flare. It doesn't do any more damage than level 2 flare did. Silence is not a thing as far as I know. I don't want to risk having to do all this shit again, so I'm actually just gonna look it up. This is really stupid. Wow, could you not be in Japanese, please? I can kill Edward. Edward's still alive. We're good. Wait, what? Why can't he attack? I got knocked back, that's why. Yeah, that's probably what it is, honestly. But if every time it gets below a certain point, it's going, like, let's say it's every time she gets below 6,000 HP, recover 5,000 HP. Like, I'm just not going to be able to keep up with that, because every time she gets below a certain point, she's just going to get another 5,000 HP. I don't know if bosses can run out of MP. Oh, they can. She has 1,020 MP. That's not really telling me much. That's, wow. Oh. Okay. Apparently you're supposed to lose. She has 22,801 HP. Basically, if you don't have some secret bullshit weapon, you're supposed to lose. I'm just not going to heal anymore. I wish the game would have told me, somehow. Because this seems beatable. This seems like with all the shit that I have, that I could beat her. You know? If it weren't for that fucking 5,000 damage or HP heal, I could totally win this. I could absolutely win this. On the plus side, there's two endings to this game, and apparently the bad ending, which I'm about to get for losing this fight, is the canon ending that leads to Shadow Hearts. It's the final boss of Koudelka. Welcome to the stream, Ragnarok Aesthetic. Nice to see you. Kind of is Arachne, basically. Also, it's the dumbest final boss I've fought in a long time, because apparently you're not supposed to win. At least not in your first playthrough. I don't know, I never beat Persona 3. I actually plan on going through Persona 3 eventually on stream. You see how this thing has a 5,000 HP heal? That's what's going to keep me from being able to beat this boss. And there's no way to stop that from happening. You only see 6 appendages. Appendages? I'm just attacking random attacks at this point, because I don't care anymore. That's a good way to get me to not care about your game right at the very end. I wish 16-bit Dev was here so I could hear what he feels about this, because this is apparently, like, his favorite game, period. And I don't understand how this could be your favorite game if the final boss is like this. The rest of this game was fucking amazing. Aside from another difficult boss fight. Like, I would have given this game easily, like, 8.5, 9 out of 10, something like that. I think this last boss fight's gonna drop it down to, like, an 8. Xenogears is one that I've also never played. I plan on playing on stream eventually. Tactics Ogre I've played a little bit of, but I like Final Fantasy Tactics better. And we lose. Time for the ending.
Dear God, is this my fault? Do you blame me? Are you punishing me now because the path
Yeah, I
my
saved
fate
before
was
this.
tainted? I accept my fate. If it is your wish, then I accept my fate. He who has an ear, let him hear. If anyone is to go into captivity he will go. If anyone is to be killed with the sword he will be killed. I am what I am. I am content with my lot. I have always loved you, Elaine.
Let's go home, James. Let's go home. I have such fond memories of those days.
I wish I could hear what the fuck she was saying. No. That was his best friend's wife, but they both fell in love with her when he was in college.
We'll be fine. Trust me.
Yeah, this story is actually pretty complicated and pretty awesome. Oh hey, the zombie alchemist from like 600 years ago.
In these crazy times, young people push themselves too much.
Ah, the sun came out.
Yep, Roger Bacon.
I prefer it a little hazier, though. Goodbye. We'll probably never see each other again.
Hey, your nickname. Salato? What does it mean? I haven't even asked you yet. Will you tell me?
It means treasure.
Oh, that's rich. I'll remember that. Treasure.
Is it okay, child, for you not to follow him?
Yeah, it's okay. I have a feeling that someday, somewhere, we'll meet again.
Huh. Well, that was neat. I live in Tokyo, right on the right side, pretty close to Chiba, like one station away from Chiba. I know, right? She's like, we'll probably never see each other again. I have a feeling that I'll see him again someday. Right. But yeah, the long and short of this is that the dude in my party named James had a best friend in college named Patrick, and they were both in love with this lady named Elaine. And because James was from a poor background and Patrick was rich, James basically decided that he was gonna give up and become a priest and let his buddy marry Elaine. Well, some thieves kill Elaine some couple years down the road, while Patrick is out on business, and he comes home and becomes obsessed with alchemy, with the idea of reviving his lost love. And he eventually comes across this druid ritual in an alchemy book that revolves around killing a bunch of people and putting their blood in a cauldron to revive the person. Well, it turns out that it's only reviving their body and not their soul. Which is the reason why she was the last boss, was because we weren't fighting her necessarily, we were fighting her body and what inhabited her body. I don't know where Kamada is, and no, I don't teach English, I'm a translator. Though I just got done, like a year and a half ago, with a 3-year stint as a jet in the jet program. I mean, I've only lived in Tokyo for a year. I have no idea where half the things are in this crazy-ass place because Tokyo is gigantic. See, I don't even know where Otaku is. Let me see. I'm in Katsushikaku, which is way out in the middle of nowhere. For Tokyo, at least. Oda's down by Kawasaki. I'm not sure if I've ever even been there. You say that, but I used to be in Osaka basically all the fucking time, and I largely prefer Osaka over Tokyo. I actually kind of hate Tokyo. Just because of how fucking crowded it is here all the time. Or at least, like, I could take a morning train in Osaka, and I would probably... it wouldn't be like... I wouldn't be able to sit down or anything, but I would still have, like, breathing room around my person, whereas I work in an office twice a week, and then I work from home 3 times a week. And on the days I take the train in the office, I have 5 people on either side of me, and my arms are like this, and I'm trying to, like, not constantly be touched, and you can't not be constantly be touched. I'm just like, I hate it. I can't stand it. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. And thank you for the follow.
Welcome to my nightmare!
If you've never played this game before, I highly recommend it. This was a really great experience, and I think it only took me like 12 hours to beat it, which is pretty short for an RPG. Oh! It's funny that you say that, because, I don't know if you know who Hiroki Kikuta is, but he's the dude who did the music for Secret of Mana. But he also did the music for Koudelka, and he was also the director of it. And he also did the music for Indivisible. That's the only reason why I know about Indivisible, is because I saw that he was composing music for a new game, and I listened to some of it, and I'm like, man, it sounds like you just never stopped composing for Secret of Mana. Yeah, the music in that game is fantastic from what I heard. I listened to like 2 or 3 tracks on it. It was really good. The gameplay doesn't look that great to me, but I'm also just... I don't know. There's something about standard turn-based RPGs that just... The system of being able to, like... every character is assigned to like a different button, right? And you can have all of them do 3 attacks in a turn, and you can kind of mix and match it. That's kind of neat, but the rest of it didn't seem all that fun to me. I don't know. Do I get to save after this? Is there like a new game plus? Because that'd be kind of cool. Nope! Back out to the title screen. Cool shit. Alright, let's see. Well, it's past 11, so I should probably be ending stream. Yeah, that's what I think I'm gonna go with for today. Next stream, I'm probably going to play a Silent Hill of some sort. I'm not sure if I want to play the original Silent Hill or Shattered Memories, but it's going to be one of them. This is a PS TV, so I'm not emulated as far, well, technically. I guess it technically is an emulator. Yeah, it's using the emulator of the PSP, but through the Vita, essentially. But it's super fucking accurate because it's Sony's official emulator, you know. It's more of a fighter. You have the air combo, but you can't hit some enemies. You gotta do certain combos to break shields. That sounds really familiar. I feel like there was another RPG that was very like that. But yeah, this was like one of the best purchases I've made in a long time because it essentially gives me access to PlayStation games, Vita games, and PSP games all on the same system. So yeah, Project Cross Zone was pretty similar to that. Oh, I keep forgetting. I need to play Trag. Let me test this out. Hold on. I need to see if this actually works. Because one of the other European exclusive games didn't work when I tried it. I installed them myself. I hacked my PS TV and then add them in manually myself. Most of these aren't even on the PSN to purchase in the first place, which is the sad thing. This looks like it's working. Let's skip the plot. I don't want to watch the plot. We can worry about plot next time. Not very hard to hack at all. No. The problem I had with another European exclusive game was, oh, you're not gonna... whatever. I don't know what the controls are, but... feels very Resident Evil. That's for sure. This is basically a Resident Evil clone, from what I understand. Emergency stairs beyond this point. But I have... okay. It's working. That's the important thing. So we'll probably try this next time. But, let me find somebody to host. I think we're probably gonna go with... yeah, Gmail's streaming, isn't he? Yeah. Unless... let's see, is Grunt still streaming? He probably isn't. I think he might even not have streamed at all today. What? Stun Coyote's streaming. He's speedrunning uninvited? And where's... oh, G's got like 50 viewers. He doesn't need the help. We're gonna raid Stunt Coyote. Oh, he was? What did he wind up playing? Sorry, Argent. Yeah, you caught me just as I was ending here. Thank you all for coming out. I will be streaming again tomorrow night. Since tomorrow's one of my work from home days, I'll get to get off work a little earlier. So I'll probably be starting somewhere between 6 and 7. And we'll be trying Trag, Tactical Rescue Assault Group. As dumb a name as that is. Alright, you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, hopefully.